volume.
Limits. Now, seeing your favourite comedy acts can come with a hefty price tag, but luckily for stand-up fans, there is a way that you can see some of your favourite comedians for just a fraction of the cost.
Yeah, of course. There's a whole now host of tribute acts impersonating the UK's biggest comedy stars. Today, we're joined by two of the very best. Lee Lard, who's been performing as Peter Kay for almost 30 years with a smile on his face. There you go. And Stuart Nicol, who's been Billy Connolly impersonating since 1999. Just fantastic. Welcome to both of you.
Thanks for having me.
Lovely to meet you both. Lee, how did it all start?
I was in a comedy duo and we used to do characters from Phoenix Nights.
Right.
And then people say, oh, you look like Peter Kay, but I were a lot bigger then. I've lost a lot of weight since then. And now I've got a fat suit.
Yes.
Do you want to feel it?
Oh, is that actually... Well, yes, that's not him. That's not him, I can confirm.
It's not Model's Own.
No. So this is what you get if you get a Peter Kay tribute off Wish.
So, I mean, in terms of... So it's one thing looking, or people saying you look like Peter Kay, but then actually taking on Peter's style, Peter's comedy and all that
I
sort
wouldn't
of
say I were a look-alike. It's a tribute show, so I do characters, I do Peter Kay-style comedy. I don't do his jokes, I do my own jokes, but in his style.
Right. And have you ever met him?
Yes, I was on the Amarillo video.
How was that? What was the day like?
It was brilliant, yeah, because I was the only one who nobody knew. I had to Google myself at one point. But, so there were big stars there. So I was walking outstairs and Brian May were coming up and stuff like that. So it was daunting for a little lad from Donny.
But it looked like super good fun.
Yeah, it was really good fun, and Peter was lovely.
He's a smasher.
What did Peter make of you and what you're doing and how you're doing it, though?
He asked me how much I went out for.
Did he?
Yeah.
So you wanted to know your rates?
Yes. And I told him, and he said, well, I might start doing it. So yeah.
Absolutely. Stuart, how long have you been doing Billy Connolly for?
I've been doing Billy since 1999. And I started out as a straight look-alike.
Right.
And I just fell into the comedy stuff, you know, because he's a legend, isn't he?
Yeah,
you know?
sure.
It's one thing to be a lookalike, but it's another thing to do stand-up, of course.
Of course.
You know, so how did you sort of make that step from just turning up and impersonating Billy and being his characteristics to actually doing the stand-up part?
Well, I was a drummer for a long time. And the story in the music business is that drummers have the best jokes. So I knew loads of stuff, you know, and I've nicked half of his stuff as well. You know? And,
I said that.
I did. What was that, garlic bread? Anyway, yeah, it just matured into that, and I got the banjo and all that stuff, and I do some of his old stuff, like If It Wasn't For Your Wellies.
Yes.
And if it, like, DIVORCE goes well as well.
Yeah, I bet.
And does he know of your act? Does he know? Because they always say that, you know, that's kind of the greatest form of flattery.